Aloha mai kako e na hoa makamaka o ka olelo Hawai'i. Welcome to Kulāiwi. This is the 16th in a series of 24 Hawaiian language lessons. O wau o e kelakani LP o Crozier, a o au ki kumuno ke ia papa olelo Hawai'i. A makiwaki wau e mahalo aku ia oko pakahi a pau no ka oko nana ana mai ke a kakahiaka. Welcome to Kulāiwi. Today is a pretty slow lesson, and so, you'll be able to regroup, I think, all of those things that you've learned and see if you figured it out. Let's take a look at our vignette today. We're going to watch our vignette. It's the same one as last week, where all of the haumana are getting ready for their graduation for the pukakula. And listen for those things that we learned last week. And then this week, we're going to cover all of the negative sentences in the vignette. So things like, he's not lucky, he won't be graduating, don't worry, things like that all say no, don't, like that. Listen for those. These keywords are ole and mai. I'll see you after it's pau. Ahui ho.
E pole, e a kauhana.
Nana nei wau ki kiwi.
A we, ho makau kau oe, ho ololi oe ku maulole.
Na kia ha.
No ka mea o kia kala o ku upukakula. Ho maka nei ka hole e kolu kia awakia. Makau kau ku maulole.
Ale wau I ke here wau nana.
Ai, ho okomo oe ka lole nani ea.
Ai hiki no pia ko ulole hou.
Maika I ke la, e avivi oe.
Ai mai au tutu.
Ai oe ma ke kula. E kokua nei oe I na makua ea e ho o vehi ke la wahi.
Ai mai a ke kaa.
Ai a ke kaa I waho o ka hale.
Mai hu. I hoi hoi oi.
Ai, e pule ana wau ki awakia. A ua hoa maa a nui wau I ka pōnei. A manao wau, mako kau wau I kia manawa.
Ai o lohe wau ia oi mai ko ulumi I kupone. Mai hopo hana mai ka I ana oi. Haaheo loa o tutu ia oi. A haaheo pua ia oi. Maki o hele I ki kura nui e li ki me oi. A ka nui ka hana.
Ai, pono oi ho paavina I nā la apau. Ta, lawa ka wala au. Hele oi ho o mako kau.
Ikino.
Pehea oi e kalama, makaukau oi no ko pukakula.
Ko koke ana ke, aka, e koku mai oi a uke olu.
E hako o pilikia.
Ke hemo nei ke ia pihi.
Au we, ua ai ana oi ke ia palule, ano mino ke ia.
Ai. E ana ke, aia mahia ka pā ina no kunane I ke ia awakea.
Aia ka pa ina makahale o kona tutu, laki loa oia.
Ai. Aka, a ole laki o kainalu.
No ke aha, ia haka pilikia.
No ka mea, a ole oia e puka ana.
Au we, no ke aha, a ole mai ka I kana maukaha.
Ai, no ka mea, a ole oia I hele I ke kula. Wa hele mau oia I kaha kai e he e nalu. Hau oli oia I ka he e nalu. A ole hau oli oia I ka ho'opaa ha'awina.
Ai, maupoko ia, aka, a ole mai ka I ke la anohana.
E, mina o ia. No ka mea, ua ho'o maka pū mako, maka papa mala o, ma ke kula kai a puni. E hele mai ana paha o ia, ke ia awakea. Mala o lana o.
Ike oi, pono oi e hele I ke kula, a laila, aka mai oi. E kalama, e ai ana oi I ko palule.
Ai, ana ke.
E kau I, au hea oe.
Oh, kala mai, ua ho'oma ama awau I ka uha I o lela no ka pukakula.
E avivi, e ki e na kaua ia tutu.
Oh, mai ka I e hele mai ana o tutu me ka ua. E, papa, hao nui wau ia mama I ki ia la.
Ai, o wau pū. A ka maupopo iau, haa hea oe I kau hana mai ka I loa. Aia oe makalani ke ia manawe e o lelo ana. E nāna I ka o kika mahine nui. Pō mai ka I ka lahu I ke ia keki o lelo makua hine.
E hele kākou I kona he ma hope o ka pukakula. Ma make wau e kau I nā lei maluna.
Hiki no, a mahope o ke la, e hele ana kākou I ka pā ina o kunane.
Oh, mahalo e papa. Aloha nui wau ia oe.
Mā kaukau ke po o ke la?
Ai, mākau kau no.
e ho'opo mai ka I kao mau hao mana e ako mai nei kia awakea. Nauno e alaka I amako I ke alapono I hiki amako ke malama I nā pomaikai au I waiho mai ai ma mua o mako. Ma ka inoa ka makua, ke keiki, a me ka uhane he molele au e pule nei. Āmene.
I keia manawa, haʻaheo wau e hoʻolauna ia ʻoukou I ka mākou kumumua ma ke Kulāiwi Lesson. He kane olu a akamai loa oia ke kahi. Eia no o Mika Kahele.
Ma mua o koʻu haʻi olelo ana I kia awakea, makemake au e haawi aku I kuʻu aloha, I nā kumu, nā makua, nā ohana, nā hoa aloha a me ka poʻe hanohano I kia awakea. Oia hoʻi nā haumana o ke Kulāiwi Lesson, aloha nui loa kākou.
Today we watched Kapuka Kula, our three haumana getting ready. And there were probably a lot of words that you didn't get, okay? So we'll go through the words slowly. Hikino, number one, ayana, ayana. Ayana is iron, just like irana, ayana, okay? And you have to be careful how you say it, and you don't say ayana, okay? But ayana. And I think Anake tells Kalama, e ayana ko palule, okay? You know, go iron your palule, your shirt. Yeah, because she says mino mino. I think we go on and we see that word. Okay, the next word is aka. Aka. Aka means but. Okay, so sometimes like you want to say, oh, ui oya, aka ho'okano oya. Okay, she's pretty, but she's ho'okano. Okay, a little stuffy. Okay, all right, alayla. Alayla. These words, aka and alayla, are words that you can stick into your sentences here and they make you sound real Hawaiian, okay? Alayla, and then, okay? Auhea. Auhea. I think you hear Papa go, auhea oi e kau'i. Auhea means where, and I think if you remember from 1 through 12, we said that ayamahea was where. Well, auhea is used when you know the person is in the vicinity somewhere, okay? It's like walking through a forest and going, where you stay? Okay, auhea oi, and you hear it in songs, right? Auhea valeana ove, okay? Auhea vale ove. Yeah, I got plenty of auhea songs. And it's because you're calling a specific person who you know is around who can respond, okay? That's auhea, not ayamahea. Our other words, he. You may have heard the word he. Now, some of you may have heard the word pa'ilina. Both mean grave, okay? This is where Kau'i says, ehele kaua I kona he. Okay, I want to go to her he, her graveyard, e kau'i na lei maluna, to put leis on top, okay? So that's what that means. That small little word, he. Okay, he e ko. Our next word is ho'okomo. Ho'okomo, okay? To put on, okay? To put on, to wear, okay? So I think it's when Kalamai Kunane says to Puale, e ho'okomo oi I ka lole nani, okay? E ho'okomo oi I ka lole nani. Nani, like me. Aole, okay? Nani. Hikino. Our next word, ho'opa'a ha'avina. Ho'opa'a ha'avina, okay? Remember what we learned pa'a meant stuck. Ho'o in front of anything is a causative, to cause something to be pa'a. So in this case, to cause the lesson to be pa'a. Ho'opa'a ha'avina, to study. Oh, what a neat word, yeah? Ho'opa'a ha'avina. Mai kae. Okay? This word you should know already, but I threw it in there just in case. Ho'o ma'a ma'a. Ho'o ma'a ma'a. We've had this before. I told you that the word ma'a, and you'll hear Hawaiian language speakers say this all the time. Oh, I'm not ma'a, you know, to da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm not used to, okay? Ma'a, okay? Familiar with, Okay, so to cause oneself to be familiar is to practice. Okay, ho'oma'ama'a. I love that word, ho'oma'ama'a. Can you say it with me? Ho'oma'ama'a. Maikai. Let's go on. Ho'oma'kau. Key word here is ma'kau. Ma'kau means ready. Okay, so ho'oma'kau, to cause oneself to get ready. Okay, and see, that's why it's interesting. You cannot just say ho'oma'kau and think that it means ready, or just say ma'kau when you want to tell somebody to get ready. You have to know the difference between the two. Ma'kau is the stative. It's the way, it's the condition. Okay, ready. Ho'oma'kau is to cause something to get ready. Okay. Ho'ovehi. Key word here is vehi. Okay, adorned, decorated. Ho'ovehi, to adorn, to decorate. So this is when Pule asks, I am a o tutu. And where's tutu? And Kunani says, e ho'ovehi I kahale, ike kula. Okay, she's helping the other parents ho'ovehi decorate the school for graduation. Kaha. In this vignette, kaha means grade. Okay, grades. And so I think, and we'll go on today to say, Aole mai kai kona kaha, or kana mau kaha. His grades weren't mai kai. Okay, Aole mai kai kana mau kaha. Kaha also means to draw. Okay, kaha ki'i, to draw pictures. Kulāiwi. Okay, Kulāiwi. Kulāiwi is the nation or the race. Okay, and Papa tells Kau'i, po mai kai Kulāiwi. I ke keiki, I ke ia keiki o lelo makuahine. Okay, that the Lahui, the race, the nation is blessed, is po mai kai, because of this Hawaiian speaking child. Okay, kau, to place. Okay, she says kau ina lei maluna o ka he. Okay, to place the lei on top of the he. Ke po'okela, the excellent one. Okay, the best, the top. Okay, sometimes, people like to name their children po'okela, and it's good to aspire to be po'okela, to be the best, to be the top. Okay, vahi, place. Okay, now when you put ka vahi, that contracts to kahi. Okay, so I went to the place uaheleau I kahi, not uahelevau I ka vahi. Okay, so you might want to make a check on that word, okay, and make sure that that's one of those exceptions, okay, that it contracts ka and vahi makes kahi. Hikino. Olelo makuahine. Olelo makuahine is what we do, is what we learn here in this class, okay? Olelo meaning language, makuahine meaning mother, the mother language, the mother tongue, Hawaiian. Ai, mai kai ka olelo Hawai'i. O ka olelo makuahine, ka olelo Hawai'i o Hawai'i. Hikino. Palule. Palule is not like lole, because palule is shorter, okay? It's a shirt. Palule. Hikino. Papa mala'o. Okay? Kindergarten. We talked about this before, that mala'o refers to the kindergarten. There's also the word kulakamali'i that you'll see in the dictionary. And that also, they say, means kindergarten. Also refers to the primary school, okay? Papa mala'o is a new word that's used in the total immersion schools, okay? So you might want to remember that. Po mai ka'i. Talked about this, that's a wonderful word. It's the name of my kana, it's the name of my son, okay? Means blessing, okay? Or blessed. Hikino. Puka kula. Puka kula. Puka meaning emerge, emerging from kula, from school, graduation, okay? So mai ka'i, we've covered that many words. That's a lot of words, We're going to look at no keaha. Okay, no keaha meaning why, and your response so easy. No kamea. Okay, no kamea. No keaha, no kamea. It says for the what? For the thing, for the reason. Okay, and then you go on. No keaha, why? Oh, no kamea ua make vau, cause I wanted to. Okay, hikino. We're going to look at how to make something negative. Here's the positive sentence. EKL, I see. Okay? Watch what happens when you make it negative. a'ole au ike. What did you notice? What you've noticed is that when it's a pronoun that's a subject, that jumps front. A'ole au ike. Okay? He doesn't drink beer. A'ole oia inu pia. Okay? Oh, kalamai. I went right off there. A'ole oia inu pia. Hikino. Okay, now look at this. This is the negative of the simple verb sentence. This is the one without tenses. Okay? A'ole oia inu pia. He doesn't drink beer. That doesn't say he didn't drink beer, he will not drink beer, he isn't drinking beer. That's not what it says. It says he doesn't. Okay? How about they don't eat spam? Okay? They don't eat spam. Can you do that? A'ole. No, very good. Start with a'ole. That's a good place to start. A'ole de lako. I think we're going to have to do a whole review on pronouns, yeah? A'ole lako. What? What's the action? Ai ika spam. Hanaho. A'ole lako ai ika spam. You see that? Mai kae. You know? We don't play. Us. We don't play. A'ole mako pa'ani. Pa'ani. Hikino. Now, when we want to say, when we want to make something negative, like a stative sentence, say the sentence is laki o kainalu. In the vignette, we heard a'ole laki o kainalu. So simple, you just put a'ole in front. Mai ka'iau, a'ole mai ka'iau. Okay? Hikino. Mai ka'i kana mau kaha. A'ole mai ka'i kana mau kaha. Kana, the a form of kona, right? His grades weren't good. Okay, and then here's, this one you might want to check, okay? This is the a'ole with a tense, okay? Still yet, we have, he will graduate. E puka ana oia. Okay? E puka ana oia. What do you think is going to happen when you put the a'ole? A'ole, and it's going to jump in front. Oia e puka ana. Gosh, that was so easy. Okay, so why don't you try looking at the last sentences that we had. You know, all of those that we had in last week's lesson, all the a verb ana ones, all the a action ana, and try make those negative, okay? Now remember, it's only the pronoun that jumps up in the front. If the subject is ke kumu or kahaumana or ko'uma kohine, like a common noun, or it's a name, it stays in that place. Okay, it stays in the regular place. So if it was a'ole e puka na kahaumana, the student will not puka, will not graduate. Okay, so that's when it would stay the same. I'm going to cover the things that I had today ready for you, and because there's not a lot more that's left. I'll be covering it next week when we can make sure everything is on task, okay? But for now, why don't we take a look at the vignette again and just pay close attention to those new words that you've heard and the negative sentences, okay? So let's take a look at our video. Ahui ho.
E pole, e a kauhana.
Nana ni wau ki kiwi.
A we, ho makau oe, ho loli oe ku maulole.
Na kia ha.
Ka mea o kia kalao ku upuka kula. E ho makana I ka hole e kolu kia awa kia. Makau ku maulole.
Ale wau I ke here wau nana.
Ai, ho komo oe ka lole nani ea.
Ai hiki no pia ko ulole ho.
Maika I ke la, e avivi oe.
Ana yau tutu.
Ai oia ma ke kula. Kokua nei oe I na makua ea e ho o vehi ke la wahi.
Ai mai ke kaa.
Ai a ke kaa I waho ka hale.
Mai hu. I oi hoi oi.
Ai, e pule ana wau ki awa kia. Aua hoa maa a nui wau I ka pōnei. A manao wau, mako kau wau I kia manawa.
Ai o lohe wau ia oi mai ko ulumi I ka pone. Mai hopo hana mai ka I ana oi. Haʻaheo loa o tutu ia oi. A haʻaheo pua ia oi. Maki o hele I ki kura nui e like me oi. A ka nui ka hana.
Ai, pono oe ho paʻahawina I nā lā a pau. Ta, lawa ka wala au. Hele oe ho o mako kau.
Ikino.
e kalama, makaukau oi no ko pukakula.
Ko ke ana ke, aka. E koku mai oi a uke olu.
E hako o pilikia.
Ke hemo nei ke ia pihi.
Au we, ua ai ana oi ke ia palule. Ano mino ke ia.
Ai. E ana ke, aia mahia ka paina no kunane I ke ia awakea.
Aia ka paina makahale o kona tutu. Laki loa oia.
Ai. Aka, a ole laki o kainalu.
No ke aha, ia haka pilikia.
No ka mea, a ole oia e puka ana.
Au we, no ke aha, a ole mai ka I kana mau kaha.
Ai, no ka mea, a ole oia I hele I ke kula. Wa hele mau oia I kaha kai e he e nalu. Hau oli oia I ka he e nalu. A ole hau oli oia I ka ho'opa'a ha'awina.
Ai, maupoko ia, aka, a ole mai ka I ke la anohana.
E, mina o iaia. No ka mea, ua ho'omaka pū māko, maka papa mala'o, ma ke kula kai puni. E hele mai ana paha oia, ke ia awakea. Mala'o lana au.
Ike oi, pono oi e hele I ke kula. A laila, aka mai oi. E kalama, e ai ana oi I ko pālule.
Ai, ana ke.
E kau'i, o hea oe.
Oh, kala mai, ua ho'oma ama avau I ka uha'i o lela no ka puka kula.
E avivi, e ki e na kaua ia tutu.
Oh, mai ka I e hele mai ana o tutu me ka ua. E, papa, ha'o nui vau ia mama I ke ia la.
Ai, o wau pū. A ka maupopo ia'u, ha'a hea oe I kau hana mai ka I loa. Aia oe makalani ke ia manawe e o lelo ana. E nāna I ka o kika mahine nui. Po mai ka I ka lahu I ke ia keki o lelo makua hine.
E hele kākou I kona he ma hope o ka puka kula. Ma make vau e kau I nā lei maluna.
Hiki no, a mahope o ke la, e hele ana kākou I ka pāina o kunane.
Oh, mahalo e papa. Aloha nui vau ia oe.
Mā kaukau ke po o ke la?
Ai, mākou kau no.
E ho'opo mai ka I kao mau hao mana, e ako mai nei ki a awakea. Nauno e alaka I a mako I ke alapono, I hiki a mako ke malama I nā pomai ka I awi waiho mai ai ma mua o mako. Ma ka inoa ka makua, ke keiki, a me ka uhane he molele au e pule nei. Amene.
I keia manawa, ha'aheo wau e ho'olauna ia o kou I ka mākou kumumua ma ke kula kaiapuni. He kane olu a akamai loa oia ke kahi. Eia no o Mika Kahele.
Ma mua o ko'u ha'i olelo ana I ki awakea, make au e haawi aku I ku'u aloha, I nā kumu, nā makua, nā ohana, nā hoa aloha a me ka po'e hano I ki awakea. Oia ho'i nā haumana o ke kula kaiapuni, aloha nui loa kākou.
Hikino, was that better? Did you have an easier time understanding? Did you pick up the aole sentences and the, oh, I know we didn't have the mai sentences. This kind, don't do something, okay? But we'll have them. We'll have them next week, okay? Hikino, our resource that we're highlighting today is still kai, okay? And this time I wanted you to try to think of one specific way that you could malama our kai, that you could take care of our ocean, okay? Malama kai, okay, to take care of the ocean. If it's just walking down the beach and picking up opala, that's my kai, okay? If it's going out and fishing and enjoying the beach, that's malama, okay? The important thing is that we don't trash it or we hana ino. We shouldn't hana ino, our beach, okay? That's a good word for you to know. Hana ino, okay? Mistreat, abuse. It's time for me to go and to say ahui ho. Mahalo nui no ka oko nana ana mai ke ko pume o ko pakahia pau. Ahui ho I ku umau ka mali'i. Ko noni ka lea aloha me ti. Ahui ho, aloha.